Hello, guys, it's me Deathlock H and this is Genius. In the last episode, I gave an introduction of the two systems. In this video, I will talk more about the two systems and their functions. And I recommend you check out the book yourself. Links in the description down below. You should really check out the last episode before watching this one. If you have done so, please continue. Many psychologists have been interested in the two systems. So, of course, it has been called by many names. But the sake of the video I will call it the same as Kahneman, System 1 and System 2. This term was originally based by Keith Stainovich and Richard West. If you don't know who they are, Keith Stainovich is the professor of applied psychology and human development at the University of Toronto. And as for Richard West, well, I think he is also a professor of psychology. Sorry, couldn't get much information about him. So let's recap a bit about the two systems. System 1 operates automatically and quickly. It doesn't take any effort but cannot be controlled. On the other hand, System 2 focuses all of its attention in difficult and complex computations. It takes a lot of effort but can be controlled. It is the conscious self. It can reason about his beliefs, it can make choices and can make decisions. As the author writes, I quote, "The automatic operations of System 1 can generate surprisingly complex patterns of ideas, but only the slower System 2 can construct thoughts in an orderly series of steps." As you see, the two systems are mostly the opposite of each other. In this book, the author writes about the two systems as characters or agents and advises us to think in the same way as it is easier to understand. I will give some examples of the works accomplished by System 1. Answer 5 plus 5. Complete the phase bred and differentiating between a cat and a dog. Understand simple sentences like "How are you?" etc. System 1 is something that we share with a lot of animals. Some of the things are inbuilt, like avoid losing and fearing the unknown. Darkness, for instance. The other things we learn from prolonged practice, like the number of days in a year. You also learn skills like reading. Some skills can only be acquired by specialized experts, like understanding the disease a patient is suffering from by just looking at them. All of the actions in the list are completely involuntary. Like you can refrain from recalling 365 whenever the number of days in a year is mentioned. Then there are things like chewing gum. It can be controlled but can also run of autopilot. As you now know that attention is shared by the two systems. I talked a lot about System 1, now let's talk about the functions of System 2. Focus attention to a certain house in a cluster of houses. Look for a woman with red hair. Increase your average walking speed. Solve a difficult math problem. Read or understand a book. I end my video here. In the next episode will be the last video about the two systems, and in the following episodes, I will discuss some other topics from the book Thinking Fast and Slow, which I recommend you to check out. The end.